Yo, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? How are we doing? We've got Crocodile versus Crocodile here. Purple, yellow versus blue. And purple, yellow does have a chance in this matchup, but you do have to make sure that your opponent isn't seeing too many of those red rocks. You just kind of got to hope and pray that they don't see too many red rocks and they don't see too many of the, what is that card called? The Miss All Sunday blocker that gets back some of your event cards from trash, because that just recycles red rock over and over and over again, and that just is so brutal for this matchup. You need some of your top end in order for this deck to perform. And I also don't have, you know, a ton of experience with the deck, so I think that there were some moments that I could have potentially done things a little differently, and it's not as though it's too bad. Just feels like I was kind of trying to prioritize those big drops a little too much versus going for maybe like 2 blockers in one turn. And he's just going to go ahead and pass over. So we both pass turn 1. And now I'll just go ahead and swing 8 and pass it over. We've got the Miss All Sunday in hand though, so definitely going to be using that next turn to ramp up a little bit. But we see Sentomaru coming down. Pretty annoying card for us. Sentomaru is just, you know, going to constantly bring out those pacifistas. But going up to 5 Dawn, we'll swing 5 here. And he will counter out with a Mihawk. I'll just go ahead and play Miss All Sunday and draw into another Miss All Sunday and ramping up to 6 Dawn. So next turn we do have 8 to either play Crocodile or to play Katakuri. Whichever one ends up, you know, working out better. But it looks as though with 6 Dawn, we might see like an Usopp coming down, but nope, we're just going to see a 7k swing. I will go ahead and take it, and I decide not to play the trigger. But the 3,000 worlds on the Miss All Sunday, you know, it is what it is. It's not a huge deal, just a little unfortunate, because it would have been nice to be able to get a few 5k swings in this turn, and now we'll just go 5. He does take this first one, and I'll go, Katakuri for 8, and, you know, putting that Sentomaru at the bottom of the life. I don't want to give him too many of those pacifistas on the board just yet, but with 8 Dawn, we're going to see a 7k swing coming through. I'll probably counter out of this one, so we'll see a 2k and a 1k. Oh no, he changed it to 6. I see. Okay, so he changed it to a 6k swing, and we just do a 2k, and then he puts down the Law Blocker. Now up to 10 Dawn feels like just the right time to get, you know, 8-drop Crocodile down if we have it, but I'm not sure if we do, actually. Not sure if we do. Looking at the hand, it looks as though, you know, the hand... Oh, actually, it's the first card in my hand, yeah. Definitely going to be doing that. So we'll see a 7k swing. He's just going to go ahead and take this, going down to 3 life. Resting 8, subtracting 2 Dawn to get that good old life back, and then passing it over. So now whenever he attacks here, I can use the Croc effect to minus a Dawn, and then get that Dawn active, and just recycle some of the hand. It's really, really nice. Helps me out a lot, but he does have another red rock in hand. So 2 red rocks in a row. Feels kind of bad. And then the Miss All Sunday as well to top it off. Just getting that red rock back for sure. Oh. Is he changing it up? Oh, okay, no. He's just going to swing 6, then play that. That's right. He was thinking, because there might potentially be like a KO card or something in my life. And, yeah, I think we probably just end up taking this. I could counter out pretty easily, but I will just go ahead and take it, and I'll just pass it over. Or excuse me, he just passes it over after playing Miss All Sunday. Now, not having many of the top-end cards in hand, I do have the 9-drop. I do have the 9-drop Yamato that we could use, but I do like to try and get the value out of that if possible. And we'll just go ahead and do two 2 miss all Sundays, drawing 2 cards and passing it over. Yeah, just kind of building up the hand, and my hand is kind of hilarious. It's really event heavy right now, and a lot of my low end counters, I don't know where a lot of the top end cards are. Obviously, you know, he did bottom deck 2 of them, but we've only seen 3 out of like the 11 or 12 that we run in this deck, so pretty brutal. It is what it is, but, you know, pretty brutal. Trying to stay afloat if you can, you know. And now I think we're just going to see him pass it over here. He does Dawn -4 and return the Miss All Sunday to my hand. We do draw into a Croc right now, though, which is really nice. Can get up the life just a little bit more. And the tough part is, though, how do I deal with this Miss All Sunday? I don't really have a way to bounce her back in this list. And we just pick up another Nakamura arrow. It's kind of brutal. I'm like, all right, dude, what do I do with this? And we'll just see a 5k swing coming in. Yeah, he's just going to block with Miss All Sunday. Pick up Red Rock again. Yep. And so now this is actually a 4-drop Uta film blocker right here. I just didn't have the appropriate card for that. So I just kind of had to use a proxy. You know, I had those Utas sitting in another list of mine. But with 10 Dawn up, or excuse me, 8 Dawn, because he had used leader ability previously, and a Mihawk, we're in a spot. You know, we're definitely in a spot right now. 9k swing could come through, but he ends up just bottom decking the Uta anyways. So I was going to use the Uta more than likely to just rest the law blocker and then get through that. But he's got all the answers and all of the removal in this deck. And we do see a 6k swing coming through. I know that he's going to have a 9k right afterwards. So I'm trying to decide if I want to take this. Should definitely counter out of this and then just take the 9k swing. So 2k counter, take the 9, and then with another 3 Dawn, I'm assuming that we're probably just going to see like another Miss All Sunday or something. But yeah, looks like it is. We'll just do a 2k counter. We'll go ahead and take that one. I'll use the Nakamura arrow to go ahead and get back up an extra life. I think I end up trashing, yeah, just a blocker and another arrow itself. Add another life up. And just keep drawing into, you know, my low-end cards. I'm like, okay, come on, please. One of these days. And it was kind of funny. I was actually looking to take that life, and I wasn't exactly thinking of using Nakamura arrow, but I just ended up kind of going with it because I just had so many cards in my hand that I wanted to recycle. Because I really wanted to use the 9-drop what was it? The 9-drop Yamato and then just ramp up the life. But I guess I just decided that I could save that for the following turn. But we'll see another 5k coming in. I'm just going to keep poking the bear here. I want to see if we can get some counters out, but I'll use the Yamato on the law. I don't end up getting the life out of it, but I'm kind of fine with this at the moment. I know he's more than likely just going to bottom deck my Miss All Sunday and then swing into life with Mihawk, but I definitely gotta start getting some blockers down or something since we're missing a lot of our top end. I feel like the Uta being 3,000 worlds to the bottom was definitely kind of rough. I wanted to build something out of that card, but it just doesn't work. And there comes a Red Rock and 3,000 worlds to send both of them to Narnia, and I'm just like so upset right now. I'm like, what do I do, man? So I give him a 1k counter and draw into another 2k. My hand is abysmal at the moment. Yes, we could play. I think we had like the one more 8-drop Croc, or maybe we don't. I think we already lost it. Yeah, so getting back up to where we want to be is so tough. We also have like 3 Blast Breaths in hand. You know, as great as Blast Breath is, it's not going to help us very much when we're down pretty bad. But we'll see an 8k swing coming into life. He gives me 2 2ks, And now I think we're just going to rest 4 and play a blocker or something like that. Oh no, we rest a little bit. Okay, so I play an Uta and a Sanji here. Sanji was kind of experimental in this list. I didn't really know if it's what I wanted to do, but then he just plays Kaido and bounces back both of them. So I will use Blast Breath and reactivate that Dawn. And I will give him one more counter, probably just using the Uta that we just used. But no, we give him a Capone Bej, and then he swings. We'll counter out with Sanji. And I think I just end up conceding here, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty certain we just go ahead and concede. Like, what we have at the moment is just not going to cut it. It is absolutely brutal. A lot of events and a lot of the low-end cards. We'll swing 9 to life. He does take. I'll just play the Uta blocker and leave 2 active. Yeah. So if this gets bottom decked, or I mean, he could just bounce it back to hand. We're pretty much in a very bad spot. There it is. Bounce back to hand with Usopp or Soge King, if you will. And it just felt like this game he had all the answers. I could not seem to get through, you know, some of those moments. But that's, you know, that's the beauty of the game. Is sometimes you have it, sometimes you don't. And in this point, he definitely did have it. Yep. And now another 5K swing coming through. We'll counter 12K. We will take. If it happened to be a trigger, we might have stood a chance, but he did play the Miss All Sunday for the block. And now I already know there's no chance of getting through that. Yep. Not with finally in the last turn drawing into the 8-drop Katakuri. But a pretty solid match nonetheless. Just goes to show how powerful that removal from blue is if they get it, you know, on the right turns and stuff like that. And yeah, it can be extremely potent if you're not able to, you know, get some of your cards down that you need in order to swing through. And then that Miss All Sunday, recycling some of those events back into hand. But hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see y'all in the next one, all right? Peace.
Your father's far from being a well-man's character.
Yes, I know.
Seeing you for the first time